What if the exercise you've been told builds strong glutes is actually stealing your balance? I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me because what I'm about to show you could change everything about how you move after 50. Look, squats aren't evil. They are not useless. But here's the question nobody's asking. What if the way you're doing squats is quietly making your body weaker, not stronger? Here's what shocked me. Falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death in adults over 65. And get this, it's not about strength. It's about something most people have never even heard of, hip instability. Let me explain. Most squats work your gluteus maximus, that big, powerful butt muscle. But there's another muscle that matters way more after 50, and squats barely touch it. It's called the gluteus medius. This is a muscle that keeps your pelvis level when you walk, keeps you stable when you turn, and stops you from wobbling when you stand on one leg. And when this muscle is weak, your body doesn't stop moving. It just starts cheating. Your lower back works overtime. Your knees take the punishment. Your balance quietly disappears. And one day you wake up thinking, why do my hips hurt? Why do stairs feel so heavy? Most people think that's just aging. But what if it's not your age? What if it's what you've been training and what you've been completely ignoring? Before we go further, I want to know you better. Drop a comment below with your first name, your age, and where you're watching from. This isn't just a video. This is a community of people choosing strength and independence, one smart move at a time. Let's keep going. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most exercise advice was designed for young bodies. Not yours, not mine. And that doesn't mean your body's broken. It means your body is asking for a smarter strategy. Because after 50, strength isn't just about how much you can lift. It's about how well you stay balanced, how confidently you move without pain, how your hips protect your spine every single day. And here's what the research shows. Traditional squats underactivate the glute medius by up to 50% compared to targeted side leg movements. That's a huge gap. A study in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy found that weakness in the gluteus medius was a major predictor of lower back pain and fall risk, even in people who exercise regularly. So the question isn't, should I stop squatting? The question is, what am I missing? That's why I'm going to walk you through 4 exercises that are better than squats for people over 50. Not because they are harder, because they are smarter. They activate the muscles that actually matter. They respect your joints, and they give you the stability and confidence that squats alone can't deliver. Let's dive in. Exercise number 4, side-lying hip abduction. Just lying on your side and lifting your leg? That can't replace a squat, right? That's what most people think. Squats feel real. Your thighs burn, your heart races, you feel like you did something. But here's the truth, effort isn't the same as effectiveness. This simple side-lying movement activates the gluteus medius deliberately. And when that muscle wakes up, everything changes. The science. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy followed adults over 55 who did this move just 3 times a week. After 6 weeks, single leg balance improved by 28%. Walking stability increased by 22%. Lower back fatigue dropped significantly. And none of them were lifting heavy weights. What happens if you skip this? When your gluteus medius isn't working, your pelvis tips sideways when you walk. Your knees collapse inward. Your lower back picks up the slack and gets overworked. Eventually, every step feels less secure. How to do it right? Lie on your side. Bend your bottom leg for support. Extend your top leg straight, slightly in front of your torso. Key point. Point your toe down toward the floor. This activates internal rotation. Slowly lift your leg sideways. Not high, just controlled. No bouncing. No rushing. Just precision. This move does what squats can't. It targets a muscle that keeps you standing tall without punishing your knees or spine. Exercise number 3, posterior hip abduction. Wait, didn't we just do this? Why a second version? Great question. This looks similar. But there's a critical difference that changes everything, the angle of your leg and the direction of your foot. When you move your leg slightly behind your torso and rotate your foot UP toward the ceiling, you're training a completely different pattern, external rotation. This activates the deeper fibers of your gluteus medius, the ones responsible for controlling hip stability when you twist, pivot, or move backward. Why this matters? Think about stepping off a curb, pivoting on one foot, turning to reach behind you. These are all rotational, off-balance moments. Squats don't train this. Walking doesn't train this. But life demands it. The research. A 2020 study in clinical biomechanics found that older adults who added posterior hip abduction to their routine saw 37% improvement in rotational hip control, reduced lateral sway while walking, better ability to recover from unexpected balance shifts. And these gains lasted 12 plus weeks. How to do it? Lie on your side like before. This time, move your top leg slightly behind your body. Rotate your toes UP toward the ceiling, external rotation. Lift slowly, just a few inches. Lower with control. Keep your upper body steady. You're not just lifting your leg. You're retraining your brain to protect your hips from the movements that catch most people off guard. Exercise number 2, standing hip drop and abduction. I walk every day. Isn't that enough for balance? I hear this all the time. And yes, walking is great. But here's the problem. Walking only moves you forward. Real balance requires control in every direction, especially side to side. And that's exactly where falls happen. The chain reaction. Every time you lift one foot off the ground, your gluteus medius on the opposite side has to hold your pelvis level. If it can't, your pelvis drops, your spine tilts, your knee collapses inward, and you feel wobbly. This is incredibly common in aging adults, but most exercises don't challenge this system at all. The research. A 2018 study in the American Journal of Sports Medicine found that hip drop drills significantly improved pelvic symmetry, proprioception, your body's internal GPS, single leg stability in adults over 55. These aren't just athletic markers. They are life markers. Can you step off a curb safely? Put on pants without sitting? Turn quickly without losing footing? How to do it. Stand near a wall or sturdy surface. Shift your weight onto one leg. Let the opposite leg hover slightly forward. Toes turn slightly inward. Slowly swing the lifted leg out to the side. As you do, let your hip on the standing side drop slightly. Then use your glute on the standing side to pull it back up. This tiny motion creates tension on both sides, the moving leg and the stabilizing leg. Don't rush. Let your glutes do the work. You're sending a message to your brain. I've got this. I can stand tall again. Exercise number 1. Standing hip extension with external rotation. Now I'm just swinging my leg behind me. How is that better than a squat? I get it.
Initiate the
This
movement by
move looks
hinging
almost
forward.
too simple.
As the
But
leg
here's the
extends,
science-backed truth.
rotate the torso
This move
slightly.
mimics how your
Follow-
body actually loses balance in real life. Most exercises, especially squats, move in a straight line, up and down. But in the real world,
Extend the leg
life
back
is
and
rotational.
slightly outwards,
You reach
focusing the
behind
rotation at the hip
you
joint.
twist to look
Keep
over
the
your
core
shoulder.
engaged and
You
maintain a
pivot to
neutral
grab
spine
something
throughout the
from the
movement.
car. These movements require your gluteus medius, deep rotators, core, and spine to work together. And if those muscles aren't trained, that's when you lose your footing. The research. A 2021 study in gait and posture found that older adults who practice hip extension with external rotation improved reaction time to instability by 36%, showed greater activation in spinal stabilizers, reduced asymmetry in pelvic alignment over 8 weeks. This wasn't from lifting weights. It was from controlled movement in the right direction. When this system fails, if your body can't control hip extension and rotation, stepping backward becomes risky. Twisting motions become dangerous. Your balance fails silently, not from weakness, but from lack of pattern recognition. Think, backing out of a driveway, turning to catch a falling object, reaching into the back seat. These are the exact moments people trip, twist, and fall, even if they've been exercising. How to do it. Stand sideways near a wall or countertop. Shift weight onto one leg. Move your other leg slightly behind your body. Rotate your toes outward as you gently swing your leg back. Let your upper body rotate slightly in the same direction. This creates controlled tension from your glute across your hip through your spine. Think short, focused, and stable. Not big, dramatic, or fast. It's about training control under rotation, not just motion under load. Let's take a step back. You've probably done your best. You tried squats. You stayed active. You followed advice that said, if you want to age strong, push harder. But what if your strength wasn't missing? It was just being misdirected. What if the problem wasn't you, but the routines that never adjusted for the body you live in today? Because here's what no one tells you. After 50, real strength isn't about pushing more weight. It's about restoring the connection between your brain and your body, retraining the small stabilizing muscles that keep you from falling, rebuilding confidence in movements that once felt automatic, reclaiming the kind of independence that shows up when you climb stairs, walk uneven sidewalks, or pick something up without fear. And you don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need perfect health. You just need the right starting point. These 4 exercises, they are not flashy. They are not intense. But they AIE honest. They meet your body where it is. And over time, they remind your nervous system, your muscles, and your confidence that you are still capable, more than you may realize. Start where you are, even if that means lying on the floor and lifting one leg. Even if it feels small. Especially if it feels small. Because what's small today could be the very thing that keeps you moving upright and independent tomorrow. And someday, your future self, the one still walking, living, laughing, will look back and say, thank you for starting. If this helped you, hit that like button so more people over 50 can see this. Share it with someone you care about. And subscribe for more simple, science-backed ways to stay strong, steady, and independent. I'll see you in the next one. Keep moving forward.